The opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is brought to you by Chili Traditions. Come smell the official state aroma.
Green chili, red chili.
Chili season's rocket, and Chili Traditions is roasting green and red at our on-site facility. All of our chili comes from the local farms right here in New Mexico. So grab some today or ship to your friends out of state. Chili Traditions, north side of Montgomery, just west of Louisiana.
Traffic starting to pick up in Bernalillo with heavier flow on Highway 550 as you approach the 313 intersection. In Rio Rancho, watch for congestion on 528 and 19th Avenue in both directions. Back in Albuquerque, expect slowdown south and northbound on Coors and Paseo del Norte, and also on Alameda Boulevard and Coors Road in all directions.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
Malloy Auto Group in Los Lunas is overstocked with fresh, local, new car trades from the Labor Day sales event and would rather sell them here before we have to send them to the auction. With prices as low as $59.95, this is your chance to get a car you can afford. Call 505-451-0714, 505-451-0714. Number B2514OP 2012 Ford Fiesta CTO.
See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167 from American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 and Comanche. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check our weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Grace Toledo from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
If you bought an electric car but are still plugging it into your regular plug, listen up. Eco Electric is an authorized company for the PNM program that offers up to $2,000 in rebates when you buy and install a car charger, but it's set to expire at the end of the year. The charger gives you a full charge, usually in 4 hours or less. Visit EcoElectricGroup.com or call 433-3574. Eco Electric, charging your ride and adding some extra power to your bank account.
Hey Lobos fans, football season is here and Albuquerque 10 has your tailgate covered. Literally. Score big with our UNM Tailgate 10 special. Perfect for game day grilling, chilling, and cheering on the Lobos in style. Custom colors, fast setup, and unbeatable prices. Whether you're on campus or at the stadium, we've got the shade that brings the party. Call Albuquerque 10 today or visit golobos.com/tailgate to reserve yours before kickoff. Albuquerque Tent, where tailgates begin.
Eric Strauss here for CertaPro Painters, and if you're a small business owner, your business has to look professional, and an easy way to make it look new is a fresh coat of paint. Call the pros at your local neighborhood CertaPro Painters. You can trust them to get the job done right and safely. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in New Mexico. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
The City of Albuquerque's Gateway Network is where fresh starts begin. It's more than a shelter. It's treatment, recovery, housing, and dignity. We provide real help right here 24/7. Because everyone deserves a path forward. And for many, that path starts with the City of Albuquerque's Gateway Network. Be part of what's good. Donate or volunteer at cabq.gov/gateway.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Turner and Rose is the way to go.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Turner and Rose is the way to go.
I was in a
We
wreck.
would like to
I
thank
need
the
a check.
following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets.
But AM 610 The Sports Animal. Dave Roberts said, I think he's the greatest pitcher in this generation. There's obviously a lot of great pitchers. I've just never been around a greater competitor. Very accountable, very consistent. He made me better. And I think that we've grown together. I feel fortunate being able to manage him. Been around for 10 years. He's earned the right to walk away at his choosing, end quote. JJ, certainly, look, this isn't an argument. This isn't a question. First ballot Hall of Famer, may be unanimous. I look at these things and I look at the resume, and it's just sometimes it's dazzling. I've watched the Dodgers for the majority of my life. I'm not old enough to have seen Sandy Koufax, although some of you may think I am. I am old enough to remember Fernando Mania. And I say, who's the best left-handed pitcher the Dodgers have ever had? He's a better pitcher than Fernando. We could talk about impact and what Fernando did and that whole cultural phenomenon. And Fernando was spectacular for a short time. But that's not even a conversation. JJ, is he, and you've watched, this is your generation now. Is he the best pitcher of this generation?
There is the consistency aspect of it, the getting around to the big moments and getting it done. And when you're able to pitch that long at that level, that pushes you over the top. There might be fireballers that had stretches that were great, and we have seen that in baseball. But what Kershaw was able to do, and even at the end, man, when you're able to hang on and change the way you pitch and still be effective and have that, Greg Maddux-like ending where it's just like, how is this guy still getting it done? But we've seen Kershaw do that in moments, so he's still someone that means so much to that organization. You saw it last year, even if he wasn't able to go at the end, how much it meant, not just to him, but that organization that he's around. And as you said, the Dodgers' lineage of pitching is pretty darn good, but I think Clayton Kershaw has put himself at that table and can slide to the head of the table, and I don't think you'd have a lot of people saying that that's a bad place for him to be.
Kershaw pitches tonight for the Dodgers. I hope MLB Network carries that, because it could be the last time that he ever pitches there, depending on how the playoffs play out. I look at the resume, and I guess, who are we having a conversation about for this generation? Is it Verlander, right? Is it who else am I talking about in the last 20 years?
Yeah, Verlander is there, and I think it's a small list. There's been like flashes in the pan, and maybe 20 years from now we're talking about Paul Skeens in that.
But that's
regard.
a different generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's been good runs, but good plus extended, it's few and far between of the last era we're watching up with Kershaw and Verlander wrapping it up.
The only knock, if there will be one against him, is he has 2 rings and really didn't play much of a part in the 2024 one because he was injured. Pitchers as MVPs don't happen very often. He was the MVP in 2014. All-Star 11 times. This one, I don't know which is my favorite accolade. So his winning percent, he's 222 and 96. And I know in this generation, this day and age, winning isn't as right. You're going to the bullpen. It's not as big of a stat as it used to be. You used to have 300-game winners. But his 698 winning percentage is the highest ever, all time, among pitchers with 300 or more starts. Ever. That's your Seavers, your Ryans, your Satchel Pages, your Gibsons, your all those guys. In the live ball era, he has the second lowest ERA ever, 2.54, of pitchers with over 1,500 innings pitched. 2.54. The guy in front of him is Hoyt Wilhelm at 2.52. He's the only pitcher to lead the big leagues in ERA 4 straight seasons. That's American League and National League. That's another one that just, holy smokes, man. From 11 to 14, you lead the big leagues in ERA. That still matters, right? One of 11 pitchers to win the Cy Young at least 3 times, and the 20th all-time to reach 3,000 career strikeouts. I didn't see Koufax, and from what I understand, I believe that his He was, his longevity was better. I got to believe he's the best Dodger lefty ever. Is that fair?
That resume is pretty strong.
Koufax pitched from 55 to 66. That's 11 years. And let me ask you this: the fact that he did it all, Kershaw and Koufax for that matter, in the same uniform, does that add anything to it? The Tony Gwynns, the Cal Ripkins, the very few guys who did it all with one team and there's nothing against Verlander who went from team to team or any of these guys. But is there a little special something, a little extra oomph to it that he did it all in one uniform?
I don't think it would make someone a better player, but I think what you just said, there's a little extra to it. Like it's special because we just don't see it.
Koufax, 12 years. He was 165 and 87 with a 2.76 ERA. Man, if you start putting up 2-point-whatever ERAs in 12, 13, 18 years, you're just different, man. You're just different. Maybe some of this is where I kind of want to rely on some of the guys, the Adolphs and those guys. Koufax won the Major League Triple Crown 3 times. Right? He was the first big league pitcher to throw 4 no-hitters, had a perfect game in 65, World Series MVP twice. Dodgers didn't hit back then, and he led them to Worlds. I mean, look, the argument may be fair. I got to lean on the people. We just have the stats to look at, right? We just have the stats. All I know is this dude was amazing. Dodger fan, I mean, you can get in on this because I know you love this guy and you should love this guy. Did you watch any of his press conference, by the way?
No, I saw the transcript. I didn't see it.
My brother called me. He was watching. I was watching football, so Audra called it up. We watched the whole thing. It was pretty emotional. It's one of those guys who's kind of hard not to like. When you're watching him, and I mean, unless you just hate the Dodgers. Oh, by the way, Dodgers won last night. They beat the Giants 2-1. The Padres got beat by the Mets 6-1. So the lead is extended to 3. And I'm starting to lean towards. I'm going to be wrong. The Padres are going to catch the Dodgers on this one. After the trade deadline, I really felt the Padres were going to catch the Dodgers. The Dodgers have gotten healthy. Their starting pitching over the last 2 weeks has been bonkers, JJ. Their starting pitching has been what they've paid for. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yes. The pin is the issue. I understand that. And, maybe Clayton Kershaw is an answer to that in the postseason where they use him 2 to 3
out of the
innings
bullpen
every 3 days. I don't think Ohtani is the answer. I know Dave Roberts talked about that earlier this week because, to me, there's too many moving pieces. If Ohtani's in the lineup and he's due up, and they're like, we should go down to the bullpen and close out this game. And I think Kershaw could be that Swiss Army knife for them in the postseason.
Boy, something made Bob Clark laugh, didn't it? I heard it all the way up in the heights. That's
echoes.
A loud young man. All right, when we get back, Dodger fan, I want your thoughts on this. I know you're in on it already on the text line and on the email. Text line 505-246-0610. Area code 505-246-0610. Emails are coming in, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. I'll take your calls on this, your thoughts on Kershaw as well. We'll talk to Ben Gasparich, the head PGA pro at San Diego Golf at 8:30. We got a 3-for-all. We got a sweet deal. We got a ton to do on a Friday morning. Do you have a jeweler? I didn't either until I went to John Thomas Jewelers. Didn't know I wanted a jewelry store. Didn't know I needed one, but I got one. The second I walked in, I realized John Thomas Jewelers was different. They are the best jewelry store in Albuquerque, period. Best one I've ever been in. If you're getting engaged, there's nowhere else to go. They've got something called the No Regrets engagement ring. This is what they've created over there. Look, how do you know she's going to love the ring? When you're getting engaged, how do you know she's going to love it? Maybe you've looked at rings before, but there's no way. At John Thomas Jewelers, the No Regrets engagement ring takes the stress out of it. Any ring you buy with them, and there's over 3,000 on hand right now. Any ring you design with them, and you can design right there in their state-of-the-art design center. You'll see it in 3D, preview it in 3D printed wax before it's made. If she wants something different, you got an entire year to redesign it even after you propose. There's no penalty even on custom-made rings. So all their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty. Their diamonds are hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world, so you cannot find a better, brighter, more beautiful diamond anywhere. It is the no-regrets engagement ring. It is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Visit them on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Banal. See why they've been voted the best jewelry store in Albuquerque 5 straight years and voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire. The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We got football tonight, don't we, here on the Sports Animal, high school football out in Rio Rancho. Who's home tonight?
We have football on KTBL.
KTBL. We got baseball tonight. Right.
Baseball right here on the Sports Animal. Cleveland Storm. It's New Mexico versus Texas. Host Pebble Hills High School out of El Paso.
Nice.
Tonight, 7 o'clock on KTBL. The Pit. 94.5 FM.
What do we got tomorrow? Oh, I thought that was right in front of you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is right in front of me. I said, reach over and grab a little. Tomorrow, we get a very fascinating quarterback matchup in Bryce Underwood in the Michigan Wolverines at Nebraska. Dylan Raiola, 1 p.m. right here on the Sports Animal.
Yeah, that's a good one. A big one for both of them as Nebraska tries to get back into the national relevance. And a big one for the Wolverines as they open up conference play without Sharon Moore, their head coach. They got to go on the road. So we'll see how that travels. 505-246-0610. We've been talking about Clayton Kershaw. Dodger fan, is he the best Dodger left-handed pitcher ever? It's Koufax and him, right? Fernando was insanely influential. Fernando had his run. But Fernando's not the best ever. Fernando may have had the biggest impact culturally. I'll listen to that. But this was, and I'm not old enough to have seen Koufax, but I watched Clayton Kershaw over the last 2 decades, 18 years. And he's as good as there has been, and dude's amazing. Ronnie says, Jeff and JJ, even with his playoff woes, Kershaw is by far my favorite Dodger. Can't wait to see his statue in Chavez Ravine. I don't know what they're going to do. Do they put up statues there? What are they going to do? It's him and Verlander. Who else are we talking about over the last 2 decades, JJ? As far as consistent, Blake Snell's been really good. He's still really good. Oh, by the way, he's on that roster, and he's won multiple Cy Youngs. I know there's been really good pitchers, but for 18 years worth of good, the longevity and the amount of success he's had, it's been amazing. I don't know. As a fan of his and a Dodger fan, I'd love to see him go out and get another ring. By the way, big one last night. LA beats the Giants 2-1, so they're 3 games up. As we headed, what do we got? 9 games left now. Did the Rockies win?
No,
they didn't. So they still have to win one more to avoid it. Have we got there yet, or have they still got to win one more? They lost to Miami 9-7.
Wow.
I know.
The people are showing up, at least.
Yeah. Somebody said that they're going to move, and I'm like, yeah, stop it. You can't win there. People still go. All right, I got other emails from you. 505-246-0610. This is an interesting one. This is on Lobo football. Lobo Hobo said, what do you think about Matt Leinart, who's on Fox now? Matt Leinart's comments that one of the reasons UCLA lost to the Lobos is they have no home court at the Rose Bowl. They need a new on-campus facility, even if it's just 40,000 seats. Excuse me. I didn't hear the comment, JJ, but I agree with the back end of it that they do need something closer to UCLA, something to campus. That going to the 100,000-seat Rose Bowl doesn't do them any good, but it's not why they lost to New Mexico. They've lost games, and they've won games before that.
Yeah, they're not 0-3 on the season because of where they play. Is it a factor with the program overall? Sure. But looking at the last few years, there's a lot of things that have been off with UCLA football. And one of them, which was surprising to me, is they don't have a big coaching staff. And the big programs you're talking about, there's 25-plus coaches on the staff. They're invested. They got a lot going on. And that could have been something that really helped Deshaun Foster, because you saw it for the first time this week, but it made rounds. When he had his introductory press conference, and he's standing there at Big Ten Media Day, or his first Big Ten Media press conference, he's like, yeah, we're UCLA, we're in LA. You're like,
with USC.
Oh my goodness.
There's USC and us. I'm just really excited. Yeah, he had nothing to say. It was like, wow, he's not ready for this, because part of being a head coach is also dealing with the media. Dude, I hope my voice lasts through this show. 505-246-06. No kidding. When it's time to change, you got to rearrange. Sweet deal coming up for you at 8:15. Ben Gasparich at 8:30, the head PGA professional at San Diego Golf Club. Got something cool for you at 9 o'clock. 3 for all at 9:15. Or 9:30, I guess we got that. We got a lot for you today. When we get back, NFL stuff, injuries. Tush Push back in the news again. I mean, Jalen Hurts' tush gets talked about more than any man's fanny, period. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell.
Stan, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Football Friday. Both the Aggies and the Lobos are on a bye this weekend, but that doesn't mean you got you don't have a lot to look at. Boy, do you. And it started last night. You heard it right here on the Sports Animal, your home for the National Football League. Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 3 touchdown passes and a controlled 22 for 28, 213 yards for the former Wyoming star. Tua Tagovailoa, 22 of 34, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, but a big fourth quarter interception that Terrell Bernard stepped in front of and took the other way, and that pretty much put an end to it. Dolphins go to 0-3. The Bills are 3-0, and we will watch closely to see if anything comes down in regards to an announcement for the Bills coaching staff and what they're going to do. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. That's how to get here today, 505-246-0610. Your emails are coming in. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. All right, JJ, there's a bunch of injuries I guess we're watching, and like some of the stuff just popped up in practice. Some of it came out of games that you were watching that you didn't even realize were injuries, like the J.J. McCarthy thing. You know, when you were watching the game the other night with the Vikings, you didn't realize that he was hurt. So I'm going to get a Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning game when I watch the Bengals play the Vikings this weekend. I heard somebody say this morning, well, it's not the backup quarterback matchup I was hoping for. What backup quarterback matchup were you hoping for?
I'm not sure.
Jimmy
Carson
Garoppolo
Palmer
versus
Dante
right.
Culpepper? Like, what do you want to see?
I mean, I don't know what it is you're looking for. I have a weird feeling. And I've been wrong, and I've been right. I think Jake Browning's going to play pretty well. I think the Bengals, and I know what their schedule looks like, and it's a really tough next 4 to 5 weeks. I think he's going to be okay. And you know why I say that? Because I've seen him play before in the NFL, and he's been okay. And I think quarterbacks get better, you know, when they're in this age range, and he's sitting behind Joe Burrow. And I'm not telling you he's all pro. I'm not telling you, look out, Joe Burrow, you're going to get Wally pipped. I'm not saying any of that. I think Jake Browning's going to be okay, and the Bengals are still going to be in contention for a playoff.
I think the defense is a downfall.
It's a
Even
huge
if
downfall.
they had Joe Burrow, I don't think that they're going to be able to be on the right side of this. Offensively, they still have so much there. And Jake Browning, you saw it when he came in to the game in relief of Joe Burrow last week. They don't change who they are. So, to your point, I think he's going to make plays. It's Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Exactly.
They're explosive. He's pushing the football downfield. He was 4-3 in 7 starts 2 years ago. So I think you're looking at a 500 football team that if something breaks their way, could they be chasing 7? Yeah, it's possible. I don't think it's going to be a disaster with Jake Browning playing quarterback because that franchise has believed in him. He's stuck around. You know, this is kind of his opportunity to be like maybe next year, depending on what his contract is he one of those guys that gets a shot to play a little bit of football with a team that's going through some turmoil at the quarterback position. But if you're Cincinnati, you are glad that he stuck around, that you've had him in that system, a tremendous amount of trust. Then Carson Wentz is fascinating, man. This is going to be the 6th team in 6 years and that he's going to start for. And, man, you just wonder, is there something left in this Carson Wentz tank?
Well, he's still young, man. Like, he's Jared Goff's age, right? So that was that same class. This is history, if you like history. You know, if you like NFL history. Carson Wentz will be the first player to start for 6 different teams in 6 consecutive NFL seasons. Eagles, Colts. I don't know that I remember him with all. Like I'm a Rams fan. I don't remember him with the Rams. You know, I remember Baker's one start. But it was the Eagles, the Colts. Then he went to the Commanders, the Rams, the Chiefs. He started the final game of the year last year for the Chiefs because they had already locked everything up. And now it's the Vikings. Quote Carson, "It's exciting for me. I'm not going to lie. It's been a couple of years since I played in a game like this with real consequences." End quote. There's a big intrigue factor there too, man.
I love this backup quarterback matchup.
100%, man. I'm glad that I can't do much this weekend. I'm glad that I've been relegated to the couch this weekend. I'm glad that I got to sit around and watch this thing because there's intrigue in the Carson Wentz thing. So here's a guy who was the second overall pick, right? Goff was the first and Carson Wentz was the second. His team went to the Super Bowl. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, by the way. Do you know that? He was Nick Foles was his guy, but he was on that team, right? When Nick Foles won the Super Bowl, Carson Wentz got a ring. And, oh no, he didn't get one. I'm thinking they won last year. He went to the Super Bowl last year. He has one. He had one. He went to the Super Bowl with the Chiefs last year. But I'm intrigued to see what's there, just like you are. And Jake Browning, you're saying, all right, here's a guy with talent. Here's Jamar Chase. Here's T. Higgins. Here's this offense. Let it fly. And I'm going to assume you're going to have to score a lot of points because your defense isn't very good. Yeah, I'm in on Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning. I don't care what anybody else on a national radio show tells me that this wasn't the backup quarterback matchup I was hoping to see. What the hell were you hoping to see? All right, we're watching injury reports today. There's a lot. Jaden Daniels, the quarterback of the Commanders. Tucker Kraft injured himself, and I guess they were concerned that it was going to be like a big major you're out for a while. Tucker Kraft's the tight end of the Packers who went for 6 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown the other day. Went nuts on Thursday Night Football. This one fell out of the blue. And then DeAndre Swift's injury. The Bears running back, who by the way, why do I care about those 2 guys? Well, you know why. But DeAndre Swift against the Cowboys, I thought this was going to be a coming out week for DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense.
Yeah, anytime you pop up late in the week, it's concerning, especially Tucker Kraft, and the fact that it wasn't just a maintenance thing. Sometimes the player's limited, so they pop up on the injury report. This was something that actually occurred in practice, and they believe it's a tweak, but happens late in the week, and you think it's something serious. That it's a injury to monitor, not just for fantasy perspective, but going in, and the Packers heavy favorites on the road in Cleveland, and they've been so good.
What's that number?
I think it started at 8. I think it's come down a little bit.
Go me the other way, man. I think Cleveland's defense is pretty good. Cleveland's been losing. Well, I guess they gave up a bunch to the Ravens.
They got blued out by the Ravens.
Yeah. I guess they gave up a bunch there. Road, first-time Packers on the road. I think after winning 2, I think there's a little bit of the Bills syndrome yesterday where they win, but they come back to earth a little bit. You know, it's you keep getting up for these national games, right? These big standalone national games or the big divisional matchups, and it's the Lions, and it's who the Packers beat last week. It was a big game, right? It was another big matchup. I just give me the Browns and the points on that one. I think I'll put that in my little 3 for all if you want. And then there's the tush push, and Jalen Hurts' tush, his fanny, his keister, his whatever you like to call it, is like dudes like to talk about ladies, you know. Oh, do you see J-Lo? Or whatever. This guy's fanny is the most talked about male fanny in the last 2 decades, and I guess the NFL did come out yesterday and say that they missed infractions that they should have called, that they should have been flagged for at least 1 false start. And that's what Andy Reid was so upset about, the coach of the Chiefs. They instructed officials to call the tush push, quote, tight. But there's a whole lot of momentum again to ban it. I don't think you make an in-season change. This will come up again, I got to believe, in the winter meetings or the fall meetings, the NFL meetings, whatever the hell they meet in the offseason. where they fell, 2 votes shy of banning the play. I think it comes up again when the competition committee gets together. But this is getting a whole lot of noise. And really, there's only one team that's running this play. I haven't seen anybody else even attempt it this year. Have you?
There won't be a ban-in season. What we see happening is what you'd expect, just the word to officiate it better. And to me, it is simple. It's if you're lining up incorrectly, if you're moving, then yes, throw the flag, officiate the play differently. And I think the momentum is only going to pick up heading into the offseason, and I do believe that this play eventually gets banned. But right now, you're going to see them look at it with a microscope every time they line up.
Yeah, and there will be some penalties called on it, whether they're there or not this week. At least one, what did they use it 7 times, 8 times last week? It's an amazingly effective play. I would argue, and I know this is a really, really vast statement, JJ, it might be the most effective play in the history of football. Give me a play that's got a higher percentage of success. I mean, when they use it, not when the Bills use it, not when anybody else, but give me a play. I mean, not even, an extra point back in the day when they were short extra points. This is more the percentage of success when the Eagles use the tush push, I would argue, and I don't have it statistically, is probably the most successful play in the history of the National Football League, because they get it every single time, or 98, 95% of the time, whatever the number is. All right, we're gonna have a sweet deal for you coming up here in a few minutes. Ben Gasperich is going to be with us, the head PGA professional at the Sandia Golf Club, as we're a week away now from getting the Ryder Cup and get a little talk in, and everybody's going, and you're playing some golf. So we'll do that for you at 8:30. 505-246-0610 is how to get here. 505-246-0610. I want your thoughts. Lobos get the off week. Do you like it? You had all this momentum. Do you like the off week? I love it because it's Aggie week, and the Aggies and the Lobos have it. It's almost like 2 weeks to talk junk, like around the Super Bowl. But would you have liked to just got back out there and played, coming right off of that big win? We'll get into that at 505-246-0610. Who's watching your home when you're not there? You're probably out and about right now, right? You're in the car, you're going to work. Who's watching your home? Make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys. International Protective Services watched my home for years. They are the good guys. They are affordable private security. In a time and in a town where you need affordable private security, they respond to alarms that go off at properties which they manage within 7 minutes or less. The police can take hours. They just don't have enough officers. IPS has officers strategically placed all around Albuquerque, now in Santa Fe. They react quickly, and they will do a lot of different things for you. They will install alarms and camera systems. They have a state-of-the-art facility to monitor those cameras 24/7. They will provide standing guards if you would like eyes on your property around the clock. You've worked way too hard to build what you built. Do not wait to be a victim. It's then too late. Call IPS, talk to them about protecting your home and your business. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
OD in your AM. Liberals are off this week. Aggies are off this week as far as football. They'll meet each other on the gridiron. University Stadium next Saturday afternoon. I don't know what that voice even is. All of a sudden I got all soccer and British on it or something. That already happened, I think. Would you have preferred the Lobos continued their momentum and played this week? JJ, I like where the bye week is. X says he likes where the bye week is. You would have had the extra day coming off the Friday to play the Aggies. You would have had the momentum. But because it's the Aggies, and I'm glad New Mexico State's got the bye week off too. Everybody's got the same thing. It's not like New Mexico State's got to go play Liberty this week or travel across the country. Everybody's kind of playing on the same page here. I get the thought that I would have loved to continue the momentum, but because it's this week and you got 2 weeks to now kind of get excited about that rivalry, I'm down with the way this thing played out.
It works because it's New Mexico State. I do think it would have been a bummer to have that UCLA game in a bye week and then insert any other team. Like
Nevada.
if it was the San Jose State game or Nevada was the next home game.
Yeah.
That would take some luster off it. But in this case, the momentum carries because it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, I think that's right. And because, I'm glad New Mexico State also has the same thing. Right? There's no, they get an extra week off and they get the advantage, and there's none of that. Everybody's on the same playing field here. Everybody's got the same thing going, and I'm good with it. I'm like you in some respects. I really would have liked to see them play this week, and if it was the league opener, excuse me, and they were going to San Jose State, I would have, and not that it matters what I like. I mean, there's buys built into the schedule. But this isn't, I got that email earlier this week that said out of sight, out of mind. And, that I'm not thinking about. I don't think that's right. I think because of that victory, because the way it resonated, because of what it did, certainly with Lobo fan, that it isn't out of sight, out of mind, that there's been enough buzz. And, for Aggie fan, this is a big deal. You're 2-1 coming up here. Somebody's going to walk off that field 3-1, halfway to bowl eligibility, and have a ton of momentum going through the rest of conference play. Somebody's going to walk out of there 3-1 coming up next Saturday and feel really, really good about themselves. So, all right, 505-246-0610. Sweet deal? We got a sweet deal for you. And this is this is one of your favorites. We got Taco Week going on, and, Tomasitas is it now, right? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to our website. It's sportsanimалabq.com. I would suggest you do it at 9 o'clock, maybe even at 8:58, because these go quickly. And for just $30, you get $60 to spend over at Tomasitas. Nettie is the manager over there. She is with us this morning. Good morning, Nettie. How you doing?
Yeah, good morning. How are you guys?
Life's grooving. Happy Taco Week.
Yeah,
What's better than that?
Totally. So, yeah, it's Taco Week over here, and we're serving something special at Tomasitas here in Albuquerque. This weekend only, starting today, you get a special discount on our famous taco plate. Just mention Taco Week to your server. Our taco shells are made in-house. Our salsa is handcrafted daily, and we're loading them up with fresh ground beef or shredded chicken that'll blow your taste buds away. And don't miss our cancer fundraising car show this Saturday in our parking lot. It's a great cause. There's going to be cool cars and even better tacos. So it's Taco Week. Drop in. Taste the difference of truly New Mexican cuisine here at Tomasitas.
Yeah, but Tomasitas is right there off of I-25, just to the south of Jefferson, right there over by the movie theater. I think you all know where it's been. It's spectacular. All right, so you said something special. If I go in there today and I order the taco plate and I mention Taco Week, what is the special?
Yeah, we're going to give you a 10% discount on that taco plate.
That's kind of nice. I kind of love that. And you guys have great happy hours. And so when you get this sweet deal, $30 you spend, you get $60 back to spend. Your happy hours are spectacular, and they go all week long, right?
So they're going to be Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
Monday through Thursday, 3 to 6.
Yep, and you've got that room in the back. Don't forget, if you're thinking about parties or getting something together, you've got that meeting room in the back. In fact, all of us here at the radio station were over there about 3-4 weeks ago for a little event. It was beautiful. The service was spectacular. The food was great. The drinks were wonderful. And so if you're thinking about an event, you've got room for that as well.
Yeah, totally. We have Christmas parties coming up, too, so definitely think about us.
All right, it's your sweet deal today. It is Tomasitas. You go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. You spend $30, you get $60 to spend over at Tomasitas. Nettie, enjoy the weekend. Appreciate you. Happy Taco Week.
Yeah, you too. Have a good day.
Be well. All right, when we get back, let's talk some golf. Let's get you ready for the Ryder Cup because next week we're going to be in the middle of it. Ben Gasparich is the head PGA professional at the San Diego Golf Club. He's also going to give you a golf tip to get you and your game tuned up for this beautiful fall golf season. That's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Brought to you by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more.
It will be in University Stadium. It'll be over on News Radio KKOB. And it will be fun. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Ryder Cup is next week. The weather is perfect to play golf around here. I think you have tee times. The golf courses have now gotten some water. They are all looking great. Whatever your track is, go play, because this is the time of year. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Time to check in with our good friend Ben Gasparich. He is the head of PGA professional at the beautiful Sandia Golf Club. Good morning, Ben. Welcome to fall golf season where the courses got some drink, the weather is perfect, and it is ideal playing time in the land of enchantment.
Morning, guys. Morning. How we doing?
Life's grooving, man. Hey, before I get into next week, I want to get into the Ryder Cup with you. One of the most underappreciated events in our state is the New Mexico Open, the golf tournament, and it just played down in at Turtle Mountain. Aiden Thomas, the former St. Pius star, he's a former state champion golfer at St. Pius. He won his first ever professional tournament, wins $20,000, wins the New Mexico Open. I thought it was a spectacular story, and you've got better perspective certainly on what that tournament means. But I want you to talk about what that means, who plays in it, because the history of that, it ranks one of the top 10 sectional tournaments in the country.
For sure, and I think a lot of props to our section and to out there in Turtle Mountain and to your C. I think they put a lot of time and effort into it this year. You could see with marketing and just with kind of the production that they put on there for that tournament. I think, and kind of since COVID, that they've struggled to kind of get those numbers back up to maybe what they used to be. And so I think they really put a lot of time, they put a lot of money, and really, created a really cool atmosphere for a lot of the section pros and some guys that are, I saw guys that, web.com status and some big name guys coming to travel to New Mexico to play in this tournament. And for Aiden, a local guy that went to New Mexico State, born and raised here in Albuquerque, played golf with his brother in high school growing up a lot. A good kid, really good player. For him to win his first pro event at the New Mexico Open in his hometown, really cool for him. Really happy for him. Proud of him for getting it done. And I think that really opens up a lot of doors for him going forward in his professional career. So really cool to see. that they're really trying to make that tournament as good as possible, and I think it'll only get kind of bigger and better with the years to come with that event for sure.
Yeah, with the purse going up to $100,000 and it's become bigger and bigger. Some of the names that were in it really, really grabs the attention. But then I just love the story. A guy from Albuquerque who played at New Mexico State wins, right, kind of in between. I guess it's a little closer to Las Cruces, but wins his first ever pro tournament, and it's there. And to have a local guy, have a New Mexico guy win the New Mexico Open, I think does a little something for, A, that tournament, but more so, B, golf in this state, doesn't it?
For sure, it's like, anywhere you're at, you want the hometown, it's like you don't want anybody coming into our backyard and taking something, especially with how many guys that we had playing, section professionals and just your main tour guys. So I think especially up here, us in Albuquerque watching it, you're pulling for him. You want the local guy to win. So I think for him to win, for him to kind of have that story of, for all these kids in high school and these younger generation of kids coming up in golf to look at him and say, hey, he played at Pius, went to state, local kid, and he's winning the New Mexico Open. Like, it's very possible, something that they can kind of look up to and they can strive for years to come for sure. So I think like you said, great for our area, and super proud of him for getting that done this past week. He's Ben Gaspert's the head PGA professional at the Sandia Golf Club, with us on the Sports Animal.
And as we're talking about these young golfers and the growth of the game, what are some of just the things that you guys lean into at Sandia when it comes to all the programs? Yeah, you want them out there playing the game of golf, getting better, but just kind of the overall skills and just mental stuff that you talk with the young kids about throughout the year.
Yeah, we just got back from Austin last week with our PGA Junior League, a couple of teams, 13U and 17U for regionals. So we're dealing with a lot of those kids that are struggling, whether they're playing pretty high end competitive golf or whether they're kind of just getting into the game. I think obviously fundamentals and just kind of keeping a club in their hand, keeping them playing, keeping them working on short game, putting, chipping. You can always get better in that department. I think that goes for probably every golfer, but definitely as a junior golfer, as they're not hitting it quite far. We're really working on if they can build that great short game, get up and down a lot for par as younger, and then as they get a little bit bigger, start hitting a little farther. Then that part of the game is kind of already developed. That's a huge kind of aspect, and really I think what I try to do when I'm out there with a lot of kids is make it fun, make it a competitive. Whether that's hey, we're gonna play the last 3 holes, and if you beat me, you get a candy bar, or whatever it is, but make it to where they're having fun and they're staying kind of competitive, whether that's with their peers or with whoever's hanging out with them. And make it to where they can kind of start building on that and getting comfortable in some of those, situations. Because that's the biggest thing with tournament golf, with a lot of these kids is mentally not being nervous, not being, letting the moment kind of change or dictate how you're playing golf. So the more you can emulate that, at a younger age, even if it's just something simple as, you beat me on this hole, you get a sleeve of golf balls or whatever it is, that's just kind of, it builds and ingrains that mentality a little bit at an early age, which is good for sure.
How much candy you give it away?
I might need a raise and then give away a little bit too much this time.
It's beautiful. All right, Ryder Cup's next week. I'm excited. I love this event. I hate that it's kind of buried a little bit in football, and it's just the way it is. There's no place else on the calendar. But I think this year can be spectacular. The way some of these guys are playing, the makeup of these two rosters, I can't wait, man.
I really can't either. It's a great event. It's always a lot of fun. Whenever it being in New York at Bethpage, that's pretty special. I think obviously the European team is probably the team on paper that you're a little bit more familiar with. A golf lover, if you're more of an average kind of just watch here and there, you're probably going to know more European names than you normally do. Obviously being a team that almost the entire team is the same as it was a couple years ago, and an American team that's out to prove something, I think for sure, and kind of has that little chip on their shoulder, which I don't know if they've had for probably since Chicago, maybe 10, 15 years ago when they were kind of. So I think this is, it's, like you said, has a lot of storylines for it to be a great event, and it would, it's always a real treat to watch with just the passion that everyone plays in and how much it means to not only the fans there, but to the players that are playing in it.
Yeah, I got a question, and this will be kind of up your alley a little bit. It said, somebody asked me this morning, JJ, I haven't asked you this yet. Somebody said, what is the bigger weapon? Bryson DeChambeau's driver, Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for the Cowboys' leg, or the tush push? You watch sports, man. Ben, what's the biggest weapon?
That's tough. I think you got to go to the tush push. Anytime you can just break the rule blatantly and get away with it, you got to go with
what rule are they breaking?
You got to go with that.
Are they breaking the
false
rule?
start.
Yeah, they
False
are.
start.
They are.
Every time.
They are. Yeah, not every time. Not every time.
I'm fine with. But the false start, we got to come on. We got to stop.
Yeah, not every time, but they are.
It's been pretty unstoppable in sports. So I think you got to go with that.
Yeah, Bryson's driver is a big weapon, but then he's got to follow it up with the short game. Aubrey's leg is. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Aubrey's leg is pretty damn impressive too, though. That's a hell of a weapon.
You're right. That's probably a close second behind old Joe and Hertz and those boys up front.
It is. All right, what do you got for a golf tip for us today?
You know, really working with some kids and people this last week, and rotation being a huge thing that I think people kind of struggle with. So something that I was doing with a drill with a guy the other day is having people hit, kind of 50% power, having feet staggered, having your right foot, if you're a right-handed golfer, kind of drop back, your left foot a little bit forward, and really we're focusing on your shoulders and your turning your hips to generate the power of the swing, to really cause the swing to happen. Not feeling like you're using your wrists and your arms, and not feeling like you're kind of swaying into it, but you're really turning those shoulders and hips and focusing on making solid contact, building that up to kind of more and more power as you're going. That really kind of opens up a lot of people's eyes on how that body should be turning during the swing and how much farther you can hit it and more consistent you can hit it when you're using kind of your whole body instead of just using your upper body to hit the golf ball, because that's kind of the easy way that everyone, especially if you're new to the game, you're just kind of throwing your hands at it, and you can only hit it so far doing that. So this really kind of opens people's eyes and how to use the entire kind of body to hit the golf ball.
Yeah, I love that so many of these have been about rotation, because I mean that's my biggest issue, right? Is just getting through, especially with the driver. I'm leaning back too much, and I know a lot of people are that way. I love that so much is good about getting your way through.
For sure, that I think the amateur golfer struggles with is everyone likes to keep that weight on that back foot and not really kind of finish that golf swing. So the more
I don't like to. I just do it.
You're just going to be exactly.
Yeah, I don't like to. I may have to come see my PGA professional. All right, what's going on out at San Diego Golf Club?
Busy. We're starting some construction stuff. We're kind of making San Diego Golf Club even better than it is. We'll be working on some stuff in the golf shop and on the patio here over the next year. I'll be kind of starting all that up next week. So definitely come by, see some similar plans. Come check us out. Golf shop and restaurant will still be open during that time for now. But come hang out with us and come see what San Diego is going to look like here in the future.
Looking forward to it. All right, man. Enjoy the week. When we talk to you guys next week, where it's going to be Ryder Cup time, and it'll be really exciting. Get out there. Everything's at sandiagolf.com. Go book a tee time and go have fun out there. Ben, be well.
Thanks, guys.
See you. Ben Gasparich, the head PGA professional at the San Diego Golf Club. We didn't talk about it much this week, JJ, but Aiden Thomas winning the New Mexico Open was kind of a big deal.
Oh, yeah. That was an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, young man, first pro tournament, and he goes out, and there was a good field down there, and he wins $20,000. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll have a 3-for-all coming up for you about 9:15. JJ, I think I got him. I think I know what I want to do, but we'll play into all that coming up at 3:15. Or I'm sorry, at 9:15. We'll give you our 3-for-all, and what not to bet. Well, with JJ, you're 5-1, right? Damn, bet with JJ.
Ooh, rolling right now.
Bet with JJ. Hey, take your event to the next level. Book your event at the Albuquerque Convention Center. You got an event coming up, whether it's a meeting, a convention, a holiday party. Versatile spaces, they will meet every need. In fact, they will exceed every need. It's more than a venue. It's more than a place. This is an experience at the Albuquerque Convention Center. Stunning art, local art on every wall, mouth-watering food and drink options. Your guests will be impressed everywhere they go. It's right in downtown Albuquerque. It is the perfect location to make your event unforgettable. It's big, but yet it's intimate. It's got parking adjacent. It's easy to get to. If you are looking for the ideal event venue, right in the heart of downtown Albuquerque, from small meetings, private gatherings, large expos, conferences, celebrations, let the team at the Albuquerque Convention Center go above and beyond. They've got a great menu selection, fantastic service. We host an event there every year at the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. We take our teams there. Why do we do that? because they treat our guests the way we need our guests to be treated. We rely on people. And going into our 20th year, we've done it every single year there. Make your vision a reality in a space designed to impress. It's albuquerquecc.com. All your information is online. albuquerquecc.com. And then give them a call at 505-768-4575. 505-768-4575. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. Be at the center of it all.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2999 2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the San
Hope you did well. Josh Allen had more. He was good. James Cook was good. Yeah, hopefully you went more on those guys. Download the Prize Picks app. It's easy to play. It's fun to play. It's quick. It's a good time. Look, man, you're watching these games anyway. Might as well make them pay off for you. Prize Picks, what do? You download the app, Prize Picks app, and then you pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you cash in. More or less. Like I'm looking at it right now. So here's the max discount for this weekend. It is Patrick Mahomes. Will Patrick Mahomes have more or less than half of a passing yard? I mean, see what they're doing for you here? And then you can kind of stack some stuff around and move your money around and play it. But your max discount through the 21st, which is, this Sunday? Use it, and 1/2 of a touchdown. I'm looking at a bunch of stuff right now. CeeDee Lamb, 82.5 receiving yards. You think he'll have more or less than that? Bijan Robinson, 80.5 rushing yards. See how it is? And you don't have to do just football. There's baseball in there. Francisco Lindor tonight. Will he have more than half of a single? Will he have a single or not? You can go more or less. Trevor Rogers, New Mexico's. Trevor Rogers, 27.5 pitcher fantasy score. That's what you could do. Go in, have fun, man. You're watching the games anyway. Might as well enjoy it, make a couple of bucks off them. Download the Prize Picks app. And when you do, enter the promo code KNML. You'll get $50 in play after you play your first $5 lineup. Enter the code KNML in the Prize Picks app, and you will get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's Prize Picks, and it's good to be right. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. I was thinking about that. What is the biggest weapon? Aubrey's leg, the tush push, or Bryson DeChambeau's driver? I think it's not Bryson, because then you still got to follow that up. The tush push, Aubrey is pretty damn good too, though.
Comes down to Aubrey and the tush push. Thing that pushes the tush push over the top is can get you 6 points out of it.
Yeah, as opposed to 3. Although, man, 60-something yard field goal.
Well, and you can be comfortable with a 64-yard field goal.
I mean, it's pretty crazy what he's become. Lars is in on the bye week for Lobo football. I hate this bye, Jeff. Lars might have been able to watch the game this week. I got a business trip to Northwest New Mexico next weekend, so I won't be able to get the game. Sorry, Lars. You should have let them know before they scheduled it. See? He hates it because next week he'd have had some picnic or a block party or a haircut or a new gym membership or a coffee date. Yeah. All right. What do we got coming up at 9 o'clock? I got something at 9, or is that at 9:30?
9:30.
All right. Coming up at 9:15. We're going to do our 3-for-all. JJ and I picked 3 games that we like. I'll reset you at the top. Everything, are there any headlines this morning where you're on the Dolphins coach watch, I think? 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM. At AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
And KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck.
Open for business for you on a Friday as we enter the final week of final hour of the work week. Going to let you go wherever you want to go on this. Last night, Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 3 touchdowns. Tua Tagovailoa 2, but he had the big interception at the end of the game where Terrell Bernard stepped in front of it. 3-0 Bills, 0-3 Dolphins. You can get in on that. The tush-push conversation is big. We can go anywhere you want to go with that. Clayton Kershaw announced his retirement yesterday. Is he the best pitcher of this generation? 18 years, one team. Is he the best pitcher of the generation? And is he the best left-handed pitcher in the history of the Dodgers? Sandy Koufax? Fernando Valenzuela? I think he's better than Fernando, although Fernando had an incredible impact, so we can go there. If you want to get on the WNBA last night, I guess there were 2 unbelievable endings. Caitlin Clark's team is advanced to the playoffs, JJ. Caitlin Clark, I mean, the ratings are going to go through the roof.
The Fever need more cowbell.
The Fever beat the Dream. That would be Indianapolis or Indiana over Atlanta. And then the Aces beat the Storm. That would be Las Vegas over Seattle, if you were watching some of that last night. So you got all that. And this Clippers story continues to amaze me as well. So any of that, you're welcome to get in on at 505-246-0610. JJ, the Clippers story and Steve Ballmer and the payments, and he was duped. Steve Ballmer has got to be an incredibly, incredibly bright man, right? Now, look, none of us are susceptible to scams, to being duped, to get. I mean, everybody, right? Pablo Torre, the investigative reporter, and the NBA have this investigation going on into did the Clippers circumvent the salary cap by paying Kawhi Leonard an endorsement no-show endorsement deal with this company called Aspiration, a company that is a sponsor or was a sponsor of the Clippers, and in which Steve Ballmer was an investor. And Pablo broke the story back a while back, and he dedicated yesterday's podcast to further reporting in more details about alleged funding from Ballmer and the Clippers into this company Aspiration, even after it was already clear the company was going down. And he talked about 3 installments of a prepaid carbon credit purchase from the Clippers in 2022. It goes on and on. JG, I'm not sure what to believe here. Did they – I don't – there's part of me that wants to believe Steve Ballmer that says he got duped. But
even when you're
for $50 million
billionaire, like, are you that naive with your money? I think this is one where, you know what, you got caught, and you might not have thought it was the dirtiest of intentions to go, oh, okay, we'll funnel money here, and conveniently it was always the right amount to match up with what Kawhi Leonard was expecting in this deal.
Yep.
Is you were skirting the salary cap, circumventing the salary cap, tucking yourself into this is a legitimate deal to keep Kawhi Leonard happy. And when there's also reporting that Kawhi Leonard and apparently his uncle asked multiple teams for deals like this, and there was like the Lakers and the Raptors, yeah, you got caught, man. Own it. Mark Cuban's out there defending Ballmer vehemently. Other people are like, why are you doing this? It's like, dude, you were just trying to do a little bit extra. You got caught. You didn't think it was that messy. It kind of is. Eat it and move on.
Yeah, no, it is. Does Kawhi play for them again? Where does this leave Kawhi in this whole thing? I told you earlier, well, I've told you before anyway, I believe Kawhi Leonard's a Hall of Famer. The fact that he was a MVP on 2 different championship teams, 2 franchises, one that never won before, hasn't won since. I believe he's a Hall of Fame basketball player, although he was hurt so much. Does Kawhi play again for the Clippers?
Yes.
He does.
Well, do you think he's getting suspended, or?
I don't know. Well, first of all, I don't think he gets suspended.
Then
I'm not sure.
He is 100% playing for the Clippers again.
What did Kawhi do wrong here? What would he get suspended for here?
Well, if they found out that his camp was asking for these guaranteed things, which do potentially come outside the salary cap, that could fall on him, and he has to own it. It's just like a coach and his team. If they're like, well, I didn't know my player did that, something along those lines, it could get to that point. I think what happens is the NBA is quickly going to move to say, hey, we don't like this. but we don't want this to be a story anymore. Probably slaps the Clippers with a fine, and we move on.
Yeah, I think the Clippers get hit on this. I think the Clippers are going to get hit. Let's go to the phones. Sherman, I know you want to talk some Lobo football. Sherman, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Sherman?
I know over the last several days you've gotten lots of phone calls and texts about how big a game was it. Was it a meaningful game that UNM beat UCLA? So here's a tidbit for you. I had a friend that was in London last weekend, and last Sunday, after the game, the UNM UCLA story was in the London newspaper.
Really?
Yes. So there you go. So
all right, then.
it
Yeah,
was-
it's got to
it
be.
was- Yeah, I think it's probably the first time UNM football's been covered in a London newspaper yet.
That's kind of cool.
I
Yeah.
thought you'd enjoy the tidbit.
No, I do. Thanks, Sherman. It's good to hear you. Look, I don't care what people tell me on this. I don't care how much you want to poo-poo it and how UCLA's down and whatever. That was a big win, man. That was a big win. And, they're off this week, and there is part, you and I both would have loved to see the momentum continue, but I think because it's the New Mexico State game, I'm glad that there's 2 weeks, and I'm glad they both have the bye week before it because I think that you have time to build. And seeing Coach Eck in the studio the other day cutting promos, and you just heard one about Lobo Talk, and he's out there and he's contagious. Seeing his name in articles about other jobs, while makes you anxious, I think might say, hey, let me get out there. And I got 2 weeks to figure out how to get out there for this game. The fact that it's an afternoon game, that it's the rivalry, that they're both 2-1. Look, man, give me 2 weeks to sell it. I get it. It's not the Super Bowl. I'm well aware of that. But in this state, it's the biggest game every year. And it's something. And
It's our Super Bowl right now, Jeff.
Look, man.
It's our Super Bowl right now.
It hadn't been since 1964 that these two teams come in with winning records that are better than 1-0. Like, I want you to fathom that. That's 61 freaking years. And they play this every year except for the COVID year. And 1-0 doesn't count. They both have winning records. Get a couple games into the season, a few games in the season. That was 1964. This is relatively significant. Maybe not on the big scale. Maybe if I was still watching the game on my phone in that same bar, having a Blanton's in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and that dude came over and told me I don't have enough money to care about that. Yeah, I don't have enough money to care.
What the nation thinks right now. I'm using the collective we as the state of New Mexico. We
That's right.
don't get many moments to get excited about football. We don't have many moments where going into a rivalry game, there's higher expectations than just beating the Lobos or the Aggies. It is to go to 3-1. It is to advance your goal of getting to a bowl game. And this is a game that resonates. This is a game that matters, and it works out perfectly. That, yes, New Mexico State gets a bye week as well. No excuses. No trips to Conference USA, wherever. No extra injuries outside of what happens in practice. Lock it in. The buzz. The moments for New Mexico State. Diego Pavia beating Auburn. Conference USA championship game. Big time. But it's so few and far between, and especially these two teams matching up. 2 p.m. Saturday. Plenty of time. Get out there. They, the collective Aggies Lobos, deserve a moment in the college football sun because it doesn't happen.
I think that's right. All that's right. By the way, I mean, you said it, but I'm going to say it again. The winner of this game goes to 3-1 and is halfway to bowl eligibility before September ends. I'm not telling you either one's going to get there or not. They might both. But the winner of this game is 3-1 and halfway to bowl eligibility before basketball season starts. How about that? Before the Lobo howl and the Panamaniacs go crazy down there. I mean, there's something to it. So, sure, I didn't know that they were in the paper in London, but that is kind of cool. All right, when we return, you ready for a 3-for-all, dude? You got your 3 picks?
Nervous.
I mean, don't be nervous.
I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
Expectations.
What are you nervous about? This is good. We'll give you 3 games that we like. I'm 3-3. He's 5-1. He's off to a hell of a start. But how would we play him? And then, you decide if you want to go against us. But we do this to show you how damn hard betting is in the National Football League. It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
NFL.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
If you're listening to the National Football League, you're listening to the Sports Animal. Thanks for remembering that. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. You had Thursday Night Football last night. Bills and Dolphins. Buffalo went to 3-0. Miami went to 0-3, 31-21. The Bills win. They didn't cover, JJ. Told you yesterday I liked the Dolphins and the points. I thought it was too many at 12.5. Would have won that. Didn't play it. But it's time for us to do a free-for-all, 3-for-all. And what we do here, the genesis of this really is to show you how hard betting is. It's like we all think we know, and you go in and you know, in your pool, you pick every game because you have to pick every game, but you don't feel comfortable with them. When you go and you place a bet, you usually pick the games you're comfortable with. And even then, how hard is it? And so last year I was really good. This year I'm up to a 3-3 start. JJ's off to a 5-1 start, which is pretty damn spectacular, dude. Are you cashing in on those?
Cha-ching.
Attaboy. All right, who starts this week, me or you?
I'll give you the floor, sir.
All right, I'll give you the one that I gave you earlier. I'm going to take a home dog getting 7.5 points. I think Green Bay is going to win a game at Cleveland. I think they go on the road and win, but the number is short. And I think the Browns, and this makes no sense because every time I say this, I lose. They're coming off of getting blued out by the Ravens. But I'll take Cleveland and 7.5 points at home against Green Bay.
I am with you on the home dog, but I'm going with one that's off the radar that no one would expect. Give me the Carolina Panthers plus 5.5 at home over the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, one quarter can doom the Carolina Panthers. We understand that. But I think they can cover this number at home, even against Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons.
It's not like the Falcons are winning big, man. They're winning every game right there. Well, they're not winning every game. They're winning one, and everything's going right down to the wire. I don't hate that at all. What's your second one?
The second one is one of two kind of got to win games this weekend. So I'd love to get your thoughts on those two games for you. But it's a kind of got to win game for the Houston Texans. They're 0-2. They're at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are 1.5-point dogs. And yes, there's some questions there. Not a great run game. But C.J. Stroud, it's time to rise up. You need to find Nico Collins. I'm taking the Texans plus 1.5 at the Jaguars.
Yeah, they got to win. So does Jacksonville, too, after blowing a game early. That's actually a really, really interesting game, and I like it. I'm going to take the Rams. Rams are going to Philly. It's a rematch of the NFC Championship game in the same place. There will not be snow. There will not be all that ice and cold. Rams are getting 3.5 on the road in Philly. Give me L.A. Going to Philadelphia, taking 3.5 points. And my third, I'm going to take the over Cincinnati, Minnesota, over 41.5 points. I don't care who's playing quarterback. Cincinnati's defense is horrible. Their offense is pretty good. I think they score some points, even though Jake Browning's a quarterback. I still think they score points, and I think they give up points. And I was going to play the line on this, but I like that game going over 41.5.
Yeah, that one is real. That one was tough because I do like Minnesota's defense. I do think that they're that good, but we'll see. You know, if Browning can get some explosives.
You know what? In fact, yeah, I'll take that. I was going to take the Cowboys too. The Cowboys feels like stealing, and that's why I stayed away from it. Every time I tell you, I think it feels like stealing. The Cowboys getting points against the Bears, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'll leave it where it is. But I love the Cowboys.
I was actually looking at the Bears in that one. Couldn't quite put the pen to paper, and you know I'm going. This is hard because there's uncertainty, and I have to make the pick now, and so you know I got to stay away from that game. I was going to go Raiders over Commanders because Commanders are 3.5-point favorites, but Jaden Daniels might not play.
Yeah,
and
how do you play that
why
game?
that line is tough, but that's such an unknown. I can't go. You know what? Give me the Bears. The Bears. It's a moment in time for Caleb Williams to rise up for Chicago to somehow, some way hang on and win that game by a field goal. I know Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, they might have themselves a day, but there's got to be a moment. It's got to be at home. Caleb Williams, let's get it. Bears by a field goal.
I was going to play the over in that game, but it rose all the way to 50.5. Like it's a huge number. And I still am tempted to take the over in that game. All right, so JJ's got Carolina home dog. That's a big home dog. 5.5 points are getting at home against the Falcons. JJ took Houston and 1.5 at Jacksonville. And he took the Bears laying 1.5 at home against Dallas. I'll take the Browns getting 7.5 against Green Bay. I'll take the Rams getting 3.5 at Philadelphia. And I'll go over the 41.5 on Cincinnati and Minnesota. And then we'll come in on Monday morning and realize JJ's really good at this, and I'm not. So, John says, bring on the host segment. I'm going to attempt to hold it with you guys. Got to get my lungs ready. Yeah, I'm not probably going to hoe real well today. Although, I mean, it's Friday, so I will hoe. But I'm not sure what my capacity is today. We'll see. We'll see. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. AJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Jack says you can't talk about the Clippers without V. Stigiano. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you kind of can. Gene says, how badly is a sweep needed this weekend, Jeffrey the referee? Not only to avoid the worst record in your league in 2025, but for Albuquerque's AAA franchise to build momentum for 2026. That long, cold winter goes by a little quicker if you feel good because you finish the season with a win. Yeah, it's not exactly the same as I tell you with college football. In fact, how badly is a sweep needed? To avoid the worst record in your league, maybe. But in regards to next year, yeah, probably not. I mean, that's just me. I don't know how you feel about that. You need to build the momentum. You guys had Josh on yesterday, Sushan, with Day Baseball. Did he feel it was pretty important to build momentum? Or does he sound like
we had Josh Sushan on the show, and we talked nothing about the actual product that's going to be on the field the next few days.
Really?
We talked about the atmosphere. We talked about the favorite ballpark food. We talked about the best player he saw this year. Like, that's minor league baseball.
Who's the best player you saw this year?
I don't remember.
All right.
I got to go back. I'll pull up the podcast. Listen to the podcast wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Search The Opening Drive. Pull it up. All 3 hours there available for you. The big interviews with you throughout the week. Crush the OD podcast because I'm going to have to go back and crush it because I don't remember what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah. All right. Sid does. It's been a minute since I got a Sid email. Sid is in on the 31st anniversary. He said yesterday, Mr. Symbieta, Sid was celebrating the last championship by the Albuquerque Dukes in 1994. I remember corresponding with the Dukes outlets at the time, complaining how embarrassing it was. It had been 4 years since the last Dukes championship. OMG, what was I thinking? That's from Sid. Were you really complaining that they hadn't won in 4 years? He's not wrong. I've been here. I got here in 1996. And there was this great tradition of Albuquerque AAA baseball. And the winning and the banners and all the names that have gone through and all the Dukes championships. I guess that's right. I've never seen them win a championship. In fact, I'm trying to think. So the Scorpions never won one. The T-Birds won one, right? Michael Cooper won a championship with the Thunderbirds, the D-League team. And the Gladiators won 2, correct? So those are really the only, and then, Lobo basketball championships, but outside of Lobo basketball, because Lobo football hasn't won a league championship. So in my 29 years, is that right? Of all the professional sports teams that have been here, I've seen the Gladiators win twice and the Thunderbirds win once. That's boy, that's a track record, huh?
That's it.
Wow. All right, Sid, 31 years. Happy 31 years to you. Because that's a minute now. 31 years. All right. It's something else. I'm still waiting on, have you seen any injury updates on anything having to do with Jaden Daniels, DeAndre Swift, Tucker Kraft? Who else am I watching? Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy may play this weekend.
I think we're going to still have to wait a couple hours for the final practice reports.
But it doesn't sound like Brock Purdy's going to probably play this weekend, right? We're just going to kind of get a little Mac Jones rejuvenation of his career. And
I think Brock Purdy's getting a little antsy.
Yeah, I think he is. He's happy with his progress. He didn't want to get Wally pipped over there. They just paid him $50-something million, man. You pay a quarterback $50-something million, you're paying him. I mean, you're playing him. You're playing him. All right, when we get back, I got something really cool for you coming up this weekend. What are you going to do this weekend? I got some ideas for you. It's going to be called the 3rd Annual Enchantment Games. We're going to let you know all about that when we get back, where it is, how you can get in on it, and why you should get in on it, because it's going to be really, really cool. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Where do you watch your football? Right? If you don't watch it in the house, like, where do you go? Twin Peaks is a great spot for you. You got a front row seat. You can catch every NFL game with a 29-degree draft beer in front of you, scratch food, and scenic views. Plus, Cowboy fans, remember this. Don't miss your chance to win an authentic jersey every game day at Twin Peaks. And here's a game changer for you. Fireball shots are just $3.99 all day, every day. Spice up your next watch party without breaking the bank. It's football, it's Fireball, and it's free jerseys. That's a winning lineup. Get yourself over to Twin Peaks. It's your ultimate game day destination. And Friday is today. Fridays at Twin Peaks in September are special. Bourbon and Brews. Join them for Bourbon and Brews every Friday, 5 to 7 o'clock. Barrel-aged bourbon tastings, giveaways, and their legendary lingerie costume parties. Then raise your glass for a Sam Adams Stein hoisting at 6 o'clock every Friday this month. You get to test your strength. You get to win prizes. You get to celebrate Oktoberfest the Twin Peaks way. 2 epic events, 1 unbeatable Friday night. It's tonight. Bourbon, brews, and bragging rights, and it's only at Twin Peaks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat.
With us too.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare. Bus coming down the street, moving dirty fast, so kinda shuffle your feet. Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell the driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair. Eat my food, well I'm gone. Here it comes, the double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the
Told you I didn't really have it today. Little recovery day for me today. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. All right, JJ, we got a big event coming up. Big event coming up this weekend. And if you're looking for something to do, we got something for you to do. It'll be benefiting. Well, first of all, it's a great benefit. Beneficiary. It's the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy, with whom I'm very, very familiar. They've come out and they've signed the Isleta New Mexico Bowl national anthem for the last bunch of years. They've got the third annual Enchantment Games. It's a free community event, competitive backyard game tournaments. Think cornhole and bocce ball and kickball, morning burrito fun run, all kinds of stuff. Their executive director is Rafe Martinez. He joins us this morning to talk about it. Good morning, Rafe. How you doing?
Good morning, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
No, I appreciate you spending some time with us. This has become a really big deal for you guys. And the more I've learned about what you do with the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy and how you've been out there, we've loved having you at the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. I love more and more what you're doing. You got a great event tomorrow. Tell people about it and how important it is. It's from 10 to 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, and thanks for the lead up. And you mentioned everything about what it is as far as just the day. It's free to everyone. We have a fun run in the morning, pet pavilion, backyard games that are competitive but friendly, bocce ball, cornhole, spike ball, kickball. But more than that, to the school, it's the way that we connect the school to the larger world. It's this crazy world, crazy times we live in, that we just want to make sure that the community rallies around being connected to one another on a great September fall day in New Mexico. It's going to be beautiful weather, and we just want people to come out and enjoy one another. All in the name to benefit the school. So
yeah,
that's,
and I think
that's really kind of what it's about.
I think you picked a perfect weekend for it. It's going to be out at Rotary Park in Bernalillo, so people can get out there. And the registration starts at 8 o'clock. The games start at 10 o'clock. And, again, free is cheap, so you can get out there. But you're going to have beer gardens and food trucks and prizes and all kinds of stuff. So how does the event raise funds for the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy?
Well, to attend just the event and hang out is free. But if you want to compete in the games, there's a nominal charge, and so that's some of the fundraising. But the other one is we have sponsorships, and people, the community, the business community is rallying around the school in support of what we do. And so it's just that. It's a day to kind of bring people together. It does raise a little bit of money for us, but really awareness about our mission around, and then that one community is our mantra. This idea that we can bring deaf kids, hearing kids, special needs kids, and their families together, and the community rallies around that, and just makes it a great day, fun day for New Mexicans. That's why it's called Enchantment Games.
Yeah, if you want to compete, there's a cornhole tournament, and a bocce ball tournament, a kickball tournament, a spike ball tournament, and it's just a great day. I love what you guys do, and when you see the look on, and the kids are how old that you guys serve?
We serve kids kindergarten all the way to the age of 22. So in the special ed world, kids are allowed to go to public school till they age out at 22. So we serve that whole continuum. Kindergarten to age 22, adult.
When you see them in these events and you see the smiles on their faces and you see them just in a comfort zone, I don't know how you don't want to support something like this. And like I said, we've had you guys out at the bowl game the last few years, and just seeing the smiles and their families. And this is something that's really, really important. And if you can get out there tomorrow, I really, really would suggest you do it. Is there a website people can go to and just check all this out?
Yeah. If you go to our website, which is www.aslacademy.com, once you get on the website, a bubble will pop up, and it'll allow you to register for the games. It'll ask you for information if that's the way you want to go. Or you can just show up. We'll take walk-up registration up to the time the tournament starts. So just coming around would work too. But on the website, you can peruse everything and see what we're about. We've been around for about 15, 16 years, and national attention around doing something that's really unique and really effective for the kids we serve.
Yeah, the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy. You're a former coach basketball at Highland. How'd you get into this?
Well, I have a son that was born deaf. So actually, my last year at Highland, my son was born. special needs deaf, and so it took me down this whole different career path around, coaching. I love coaching. It was connected to a lot of good folk in the community around coaching and basketball. And then when my son was born, it just was a whole journey that took me a way that I didn't foresee as a younger person. So once my son was born, it took me to this other place that it's been just the great work I've been and connected to great people around it. So
that's great.
Yeah.
No, you're doing great work over there. All right, here's the deal. It's tomorrow. Registration starts at 8 o'clock. The games begin at 10. It is the Enchantment Games, 3rd annual, to benefit the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy. It's in Bernalillo, 370 Rotary Park Road. That's where Rotary Park is, in Bernalillo. Get out there, enjoy this, have fun with it. And, again, it's free to attend and go out and have fun. Nominal fee to get into some of the tournaments, and it supports a great, great cause. Rafe, best of luck with this. Congratulations on all your success. It's great to talk to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Good talking with you, too.
Be well. All right, get out there if you can. Rafe Martinez is doing a great work out there, and I love just having them out. All right, 505-246-0610. I still got that phone call? All right, we're going to go there in a second. Give me 2 running backs, PPR. I wasn't here yesterday. Travis Etienne, Chuba Hubbard, Kyron Williams, Jalen Warren. Play me 2. They're all kind of in that same little boat. I got to play Etienne, right?
Etienne. I like Etienne and Hubbard. But if you're on the Rams, do you think they're winning that game
It's
with
a tough
like
defense. I don't think they're winning
14, Kyron Williams getting involved? The one thing, even with Hubbard, is he's in the game late. And if they're chasing it, he'll get those receptions. He'll have 5 for 30 plus maybe 6 yards rushing.
Jalen Warren's getting the ball a lot too. He's getting volume.
4 catches, 80-plus yards last week.
He's getting volume. All right, let's go to the phones. I don't know who I'm going to play. 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal.
I'm glad you feel better. I hope Mr. Martinez has a tremendous event this weekend. I'm always in favor of events and causes that support the most vulnerable in the community and his young son. Hopefully things are going well. In the spirit of being kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Nice job as always, guys, supporting these endeavors.
Thank you.
JJ off to 5-1. I'm impressed. They say in Vegas, the sports book experts, if you pick it like in the mid 50s, you can be a professional bookkeeper in Vegas. So I think both of you guys are on your way. So I'm still going to reinvigorate the 5-star picks at some point, but I want to collect some data, extrapolate some data. Hey, it's time to have a conversation, and maybe you had it earlier this week. Is probably the best quarterback in the country in college? Is he the most clutch quarterback in the country? Secondarily, where is Theo going to take his mom out for a date?
Right? I mean, Diego told the podcaster, all right, if we win, you can take my mom out for a date. Like, did his mom have something to say with this?
You know that Theo, and for those that don't know Theo, he's kind of a funny guy, right?
Yeah,
Comedian,
yeah.
And he doubled down on it, and he posted, where am I going to eat? And probably his mother is an attractive woman, right? He says, where should I take this? And I recommended, maybe Cheesecake Factory or the local Hooters.
Oh, the local Hooters always wins. Yeah, it's always a winner.
That's right. Hey, in the NFL this weekend, there's a cacophony of games that I think is going to be upset weekend. Usually it occurs within the first few weekends of the NFL season. Looking at like 8 to 10 different games, I think that there's going to be at least 4 or 5 upsets this weekend. I think you guys kind of traverse through some of them. And your heaven can wait Warren Beatty Rams, I think they're going to go into Philly and win that game, Jeff.
I do too.
And, and I think, what month did you get here in 1996, just out of curiosity?
July of 96.
So not only have you seen a lack of professional sports championships, but in that time frame, which spans 3 decades, you've also seen the Cowboys not make an NFC championship game.
That's correct. That is also correct.
But I share that with you.
Yep.
Anyway, I think the Bears, they may pull the upset. They're going to play desperate, and one thing we know, teams that get blown out, they typically respond the next week because they threaten everybody's job. So you're going to see some desperate teams this weekend. Enjoy the weekend and have fun.
See you. So there are a lot of desperate teams, right? Anybody who's 0-2, I would consider a desperate team. And so I'm not a big list guy. I think you know that. I'm not sure who I think the most desperate team is. I think Kansas City's got to win this weekend. Who's Kansas City got?
They have the Giants.
Okay.
But
they have to win.
Yeah.
They have to win.
They do. I look at it as I still trust that team, and I don't think that they trip up to the Giants. I think if they lose to the Giants, then it's an entirely different conversation with Kansas City. I'm not ready to go there. I teased it a little bit earlier.
Houston.
When I said Houston was in a kind of got to win situation. My other one is Denver. And it's because the Chargers have a chance to go to 3-0 with 3 wins over division opponents. They are looking really good. And then everyone was on Denver as a team to end the streak of Kansas City, and it's going to all click. And they can still be a playoff team, but the Chargers get out to a 3-0 start with 3 division wins. Yeah. How are you running them down?
Yeah, it's going to be hard unless they fall apart. They would have opened up by beating Kansas City, the Raiders, and then the Broncos. 2 of them would be considered home games. One it was neutral, but it's a home game against Kansas City. I don't know that I consider it as desperate. Are you worried about the Broncos because they got beat last week, because their defense wasn't as great, as dominant as everybody said they were, and it was Daniel Jones who beat them? It's fair if you are.
I'm just worried that when you give up 316 yards, I think Daniel Jones is on a heater right now and playing really good quarterback, because even the quote-unquote average quarterbacks in this league can have their moment. Like, these dudes are still pretty good. And it was clear that once you got Daniel Jones out of New York and you put him in a situation that he was in earlier when the Giants had a competent team, what did that man do? He won a road playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of times the problem is we expect these quarterbacks to change everything for a franchise, but when that franchise doesn't step up alongside, we think, oh, this guy sucks, he's awful, move on. Oh, no, you put a competent quarterback in a good situation, and the Colts were not a disaster of a situation. When you look at last year, they just had to wait and, come on, Anthony, what are you going to do? Not competent quarterback play, give him competent quarterback play, and they're 2-0.
Have you come off your displeasure with them picking Daniel Jones?
I know we're I ate it.
We're 2 games
completely
in.
Wrong take, just thinking, hey, give Anthony Richardson 4 weeks, see what he's got, because you have Daniel Jones there. But I think Indianapolis said, you know what, we know what we got, and it ain't this guy.
Yeah, I think that's where they are with that. And so now they're off to a 2-0 start. And if they beat Tennessee this weekend, they got to go to the Rams the week after, but then it's the Raiders, Cardinals. I mean, they could jump out to a lead in a division where people are scuffling right now. And if Houston does not win this week, you tell me why Indianapolis won't win that division. Like if they get out to a 3-0 start, Houston loses, that means Jacksonville would be 2-1. Do you buy into Jacksonville? A little bit, maybe. But yeah, that division got really interesting. You want me to take the break? All right, final break. 505-246-0610. We'll wrap it up. Everything you need to go know as you go through your weekend, and still time for you to get in. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
LaBarge Landscape came over and took care of my yard. It got away from me. I needed to clean up. I needed it redone, like just kind of overhauled because it got away from me. You're going to love what LaBarge Landscape does for you. If maybe you need a basic cleanup, you want your sprinkler systems overhauled, reseeding, take care of it. Call LaBarge Landscape. I'm so glad they did take care of me. Do you want something that you can be proud of for years and years? You want a redo of your backyard? 32 years of experience, LaBarge Landscape's been doing it in this market. 80 years of experience at that family-owned and operated business. You know what you want, they're going to do it for you. You don't know what you want, have them come out and send their design team, and they will look at what your space is and create something beautiful for you, whether it's a putting green or a retaining wall or a water feature or xeriscaping, whatever it is, new sod, a sprinkler system. Have LaBarge Landscape take care of you like they took care of me. I couldn't be more happy, and I know you will the same. Front and backyard, they have just absolutely stoked me. You're going to get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation. You will love it. Go online, LaBargeLandscape.org, LaBargeLandscape.net, LaBarge, LaBargeLandscape.net, and then call them at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000, whether your project is small or large. The answer is easy. It is LaBarge Landscape. All right, let's go. 505-246-0610. Grady. Good morning. Grady, how you living?
Man, I was a little worried about the quality of the hoe this morning, but
Yeah.
You all had me shuffling my feet.
All right. Well, there you go.
So,
As long as you
know,
feel
we're
like
not trying
Friday.
to address the yeah, but. Yeah, that Lobo win was great. Yeah, but listen, I watched that game and it was surreal. It was surreal to watch another team, self-destruct with penalties. It was weird to watch another team make all those mistakes, drive-killing mistakes, turnovers, etc. And while I can only speak for myself, but I bet the only people that weren't waiting for the other shoe to drop were the people on the sidelines and the coaches in the coaches box. That win, while it may not necessarily mean this team is different, that win was different. Because the Lobos have pulled off upsets in the past where, quite frankly, they barely won and had to luck into a success. That wasn't the case Saturday. They did what a good team is supposed to do when you play a bad team. UCLA is bad, and they dominated. Start to finish, that game was never in doubt. So, again, is the team different? I don't know. I'm hoping so. But that game, that win was definitely different. And, again, the people on the sidelines, the coaches, the players, whatever they have done, and at least for that game, those kids fight, those kids play, and they don't have the trauma of, again, waiting for the shoe to drop, all of the bad history. And I'm really looking forward to the season, and quite frankly, this rivalry game, that's going to be the place to be. And New Mexico come next Saturday.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun, and I think you're right, man. That's it's a sign of something different, and I'm not going to judge it all on one game, but I like the signs, I like the progress, I like the way it looks, and I think most Lobo fan does, man. And your Wildcats are 3-0. So how about that?
Appreciate the time.
See you, Howard. Good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Howard. Good to hear you.
Hey, man. How do you go after Grady call? Grady calls are classic, but I share his sentiments. That was a great win by the Lobos. Hey, guys, it's good to wake up in the morning and feel good. You know that?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. That's awesome. It's been a tough couple of months, but I'm doing great. But, I'm going to start getting back in the gym tomorrow. Lost quite a bit of weight, but I have that autographed picture of the Crusher he gave me at my going away party perched on my dresser that says, "You can do this."
Well,
I was going to hit JJ up to see about being my personal trainer, but
there you go.
I was afraid. I was afraid, Jeff. I was afraid he's like, dude, I got nothing to work with here, So anyway.
Well, yeah, you got a lot to. I'm just glad you're feeling better, and it's good to hear you, man. I've been missing you, and I'm glad you're back and listening and calling us.
Well, I'm feeling great, but just after I go and change all my passwords to Dallas Sucks 2025, they go and win a game with no time left on the clock. So
they ain't great yet. They ain't great yet. They won one game. Hold on to it. You can still use those.
So anyway,
all right.
And I liken the signing of Jadeveon Clowney is going to those tire shops on every other street that he is and buying a used tire. Man, you don't know what you're going to get. You may get nothing. You may get a tire that might last for a few games or something. But and you say about the Bears having a offensive coming out party against the Cowboys, Jeff, every team that plays the Cowboys
Everybody does. That's
every
right.
week has
That's
the
right.
possibility of having a coming out offensive party. I
Yep.
think the Cowboys need to have a job fair and start off at quarterback, but we'll see what happens, man. I'm
All right.
still rooting for them. Have a great weekend, guys.
Feel well. All right, Terry, those guys ate up your segment, man. You got to get in before those guys. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I know that's fine. I'd say Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ. Thoughts and hugs to all family members. Extra thoughts, hugs and thoughts to Howard, Grady. I'll even include Edward on that. So I hope everybody doing well like that. Real quick, I was saying who overplayed their hand more. The UCLA quarterback whose name is above my pay grade.
Nico Iamaleava.
Or the Pac State, which, JJ, I hope you got the patent on that. I think you can make some money. I think they both thought, in poker terms, they had aces under, and I think it's turning out they both had a deuce 7. But, yeah, the UCLA quarterback especially walking away from Tennessee, and right now UCLA would be last in the Mountain West. They'd be 0-2 and all that, and So sometimes, it's, grass isn't always greener. But like I said, yeah, it was nice to hear them. I'm glad. Hopefully everybody's healthy and has a great weekend, and be safe. Take care.
All right, man.
Bye.
See you. Who overplayed their hand more? Nico did. Well, no. Nico got paid. What did Nico care? Nico got paid. All right. Thanks to Ben Gasparich. He was with us today. Rafe was with us from the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy. We got the sweet deal going for you. Big day. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun with it. Lots to do. We got football here for you all weekend, and the baseball as well. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rome shows after that. What do we got at 4 o'clock today?
The House of Strauss.
Strauss is on the Sports Animal today.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then you get Isotopes Baseball. We're back Monday morning with award-winning radio. We'll start at 7 a.m. Adrian, great week. Appreciate you muchly. He is J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend for you?
Huge.
Enjoy it. Have a great, safe weekend, boys and girls. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque,